Welcome to Adolescence. He was a bold man that first eat an oyster. Wait, he was a bold man that first eat an oyster. First ate an oyster? Welcome back to another episode of Let's Play 1001 Games. I'm your host, Gaming Jay, and today we are playing the game known as Alter Ego. So let's go ahead and get going here. The first question that we are being asked when we start up the game here is, what is your name? So let's go with the full name here. We are Gaming Jay, one word. I didn't know if we could enter a space, actually. I guess I should have checked. So, Alter Ego is the game about... It's built as a role-playing game, but it's really like a life simulation game. It's kind of a predecessor to games like The Sims. So here we are, the Alter Ego Personality Development Profile. We're going to start this game by entering in some personality information, and then we're going to have to live through various life stages and hopefully not get killed. Hopefully live a full life. And yes, you can get killed in this game, and I'll speak a little bit more about that in a moment. Let's see here, the personality development profile. Use the arrow keys to move the point. Oh, okay, that's just commands. So let me select my own personality, let the computer select my personality, or let the computer select my personality, then let me examine or edit it. I'm going to go ahead and select my personality. Okay, so here we go. This game, as I say, is a series of questions trying to get to know me. Let's see how well I do as a human living in the world of Alter Ego. So I will probably try to answer these questions honestly. True. I am likely to speak whatever comes to my mind. True. I am a light sleeper who stirs at even the slightest sound. That's definitely false. When I'm out like a brick. Revenge is sweet. Oh, but how sweet it is. True. I often feel slow, tired, and down in the dumps. That doesn't describe me. An important part. You guys are learning so much about me. You know, we've been playing these games for like 2 years now, and you probably know me quite a bit. So now you're getting to know like the deep inner me. Like this, I feel like I'm filling out a psychology assessment here. So you'll learn about my psychological profile. Anyway, moving on. An important part of every job is knowing whom to impress. Well, that's definitely true. I am fascinated by car accidents and other disaster scenes. I am not fascinated by that. That is gross. The people who know me best like me as a person. Well, that's a really good question for them, isn't it? But I'm going to say true. I assume I'm liked. Otherwise, it's a very depressing thought to end with. Or to think about, not end with. I am extremely sensitive to criticism. I'm in the middle. Like everyone, I don't like to be criticized, but I'm open to it. I'll say false because I'm not extremely sensitive. I get nervous performing in front of people, even when the task is something I know by heart. You know, you'd think this would be false, because here I am making a video for the internet, and I've been doing this for years. I still kind of get embarrassed if I'm trying to make a video and anyone else is around. So let's see, inform from people. Nervous, though, I would say false. I'm probably on the false end of things compared to the population of people out there. The people around me seem happier than I do. That's not true. I'm very happy, damn it. Believe me. I often get the urge to touch walls on which wet paint signs are hung. No, because then you get a painty hand. Who would want to do that? When I'm ill, I become short-tempered and snap at people. So do you become an asshole when you're sick? Not really. On important matters, I usually follow my parents' advice, even when I disagree with it. Well, that's not true. I never followed their advice, even when I thought I agreed with it. It is possible that we live in a world where people can watch our every move. Well, back when this game was designed, this is probably false, but these days it's actually probably true, the NSA and all that stuff. I'm going to say false because I'm thinking of the context in which this game was made, and basically this is asking me, are you a conspiracy theorist? And I don't think I am. When I am in a quiet place, I get the urge to scream. If by screaming into a microphone while you play a video game and recording it for all the internet to hear, then the answer is yes, but we're going to go with no because I know what it means and it doesn't mean that. It's okay to tell a white lie if it is guaranteed to bring someone to bring great personal gain. Sure. Lie to get ahead. You heard it from me, folks. It is often pointless to try to discuss problems with other people. No, you should communicate with other people. I'm easily embarrassed. No. Children should be seen and not heard. Oh, man, it'd be nice if kids could be seen and not heard, but I don't think it's realistic. So false. Man, it's just still going. It's still going. This is a game? I mean, these questions are semi-interesting, but, like, this is a game? I find it difficult to break the ice in conversations with people I barely know. That's not true. My parents were strict disciplinarians. You know, my parents kind of were strict. Although, you know, look at the effect it had. They clearly did not raise someone who has respect for strict rules. You can usually judge a person by first impressions. You kind of can. I'll say false, because you don't really get to know who they are. One way of getting people to treat you fairly is to take an aggressive stance and make them win you over. Let's say true for that. I don't think it is true, but I like the moxie behind this question. Take an aggressive stance on whatever it is and make them win you over. Yeah, work for it. I think that questions like this are stupid and meaningless. Well, this is a meta question. Because if you answer this true, then you're buying into this question. So you must answer it false if you disagree with the question, but then you are agreeing with the thesis of the question, which means it's true. It's like that statement, this is not a lie. It is both a lie and not a lie. I think this question's stupid for sure. So go ahead, yes. Let's begin the game. Let's see what happens now. Please select the stage of life at which you would like to begin. So we can start at birth, childhood, adolescence, young adulthood, adulthood, middle adulthood, or old age. And imagine starting life in old age. You just you'd be around for a couple of years and you kick the bucket. No, let's start at birth. Let's go through the whole shebang. I want to see what this whole living thing is all about. So regale me, 1980s. Show me what the meaning of life is. I must be the author of my own salvation. Laurie H. Huster from Invictus. So, okay, great. So I'm a baby. Are you guys getting flashbacks of Deja Vu? Do you remember from my 50th episode, way back when, I played this game called Deja Vu, which was this experimental art game where you're supposed to play through the life of a being in the future born from a pod from rat turds or something. It was the weirdest game. I swear, from what I've read, this game will make a lot more sense than that. So bear with me. This is not a rehash of Deja Vu. We're not having Deja Vu about Deja Vu. Oh no, it wasn't Deja Vu. It was Deus Ex. Man, I can't even remember the name because it was such a bad game. Yeah, Deja Vu was a different game. Anyway, you are in a warm, dark, comfortable place. This has been your place since you became aware that you are alive. It is almost time to enter a different world now. We are inside the womb. Okay, select an action. Stay in a little longer, come out fighting, or come out peacefully. So we can choose to... Do babies actually get to make this choice, by the way? We get to choose to stay in a little longer. Come out fighting. What are we, coming out guns a-blazing, we're ready for action? Or come out peacefully, just, barely moving, just slide out gently. Let's come out fighting. I'm a fighter. Can we change our choice? Oh, yeah, we can. Okay, we'll come out fighting. Ouch! Those forceps are denting your skull. Oh no, I'm going to have brain damage. Is this any way to treat a star? A bundle of joy? You haven't learned to talk yet, so all you can do is yell until you are red in the face, which everyone interprets as a sign of good health. What? I'm pissed off. That's not good health. Yes, this is a strange and confusing world you've been brought into, so save your strength for the events to come. Happy birthday, and welcome to the new world. From now on, life will begin to change rapidly. You will have to learn to accept responsibility, build up your resources, and manage yourself physically and emotionally. The events that transpire include your rich Aunt Martha places a $500 bond trust for you. Oh, sweet. Your most beautiful baby in the maternity ward. Yeah, I am. And everyone takes your picture. Your grandmother buys you ballet slippers and a violin. Oh, I think I'm playing as a girl, by the way. So there's two versions of this game. In one version you play as a boy, and one version you play as a girl. I'm playing as a girl, so we are gaming J-et in this. That's okay. If we have time, maybe we'll check out the boy version, but it'll depend on how long this takes. So maybe we'll get to see the world through the eyes of a girl, which I have never experienced before being a boy. Anyway, your grandmother buys you ballet slippers and a violin. Imagine this was the boy version. It's this grandma's a little crazy. She got ballet slippers for her boy. I guess boys are in ballet, so whatever. Anyway, great. So here we are. Now... I don't know what's happening. There are all these things, icons. Let's click on one and see what happens. There's faces, a heart, or a brain. Let's try the faces. A woman walks into a room holding a blanket and a bottle and a warm white liquid. My mood is... I'm going to be happy because I'm probably getting fed, and I'm going to coo because I want the food. Nothing like a nice warm bottle and a quick hug from mom to get a kid ready to face the world. Blah, blah, blah. Wait. She picks you up and holds you for 10 minutes. This presents you with a dilemma. I'm going to cry. Stop holding me, Mom. Mom can see that you have had enough for now. She feeds your bottle and walks away. Oh, events done. Oh, yes. Okay, so these are a series of events that we have to complete in order to move on to the next stage of development. So let's see what's happening with our brain. Lying on your stomach in the crib, you notice an interesting object an arm's distance away. It has round shape in the top and a ring at the bottom. Let's be neutral towards this thing, and let's grasp at it. How could the two choices possibly go together? I will let you go back and try more sensible. What? People who have poor judgment usually wind up having very difficult lives. What? Why can't I be neutral? Okay, fine, I'll be angry, and I'll grasp for it. You should never try to do a job when you're angry. You make random swiping movements at the rattle, and your frustration increases. I could have been neutral. You made me pick angry. I'm going to keep trying. I don't give up. You wear yourself out a bit as you angrily swipe at the rattle, and you compose yourself and lunge towards the door. Can the baby compose itself? Miss your hand, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so what happens at the end here? When you are trying to get your hair to look... What? The day after you get it cut and styled. Okay, I was trying to reach for a rattle and I was upset. These are very, very minor events. You don't have many skills. So I'll just keep quiet and look around. You're looking around, see a large blur about 11 inches away from your eye. Once in a while it moves. Hey, wait a minute. Just as you had that thought, it moved again. I'm going to lose interest. It's hard to pay attention to all this new stuff. I'm too fickle. And I'm going to pass out. Good idea. Infants do need their sleep. Okay. What's even more interesting is the fact that of all this time, more than 50% of it has been spent sleeping. Okay. Well, I just completed one row of decisions. Oh my god, look at all these things. Okay, I'm gonna have to cut through a couple of these. Maybe I'll sort of just leave in the most interesting ones. So here's an interesting thing. I guess I'm being held by a neighbor. I can choose to drool on the neighbor or drool someplace else. Where else would that be? I don't know. I guess my baby's going to be considerate, not drool on random people. All right, so I've made some progress through my life here. So as you can see, actually, you don't kind of progress through stages. You're just kind of moving along this like long map, and then there's all these like events that you have to go through. So I thought I had to sort of beat the baby level, and then I could go up to like the adult level or whatever. But it just kind of continuously flows. So I'm going to go back down here to where I left off. This is a very interesting game. It very much is like a choose-your-own-adventure, holonovel kind of thing where there's not gameplay to speak of per se, but there's a series of branching choices, and you're just constantly choosing what to do. And it leads to all sorts of implications, I believe, later on. Like, it'll rate how good of a life that you lived and stuff like that. And I dig that. It's a very interesting kind of take on a game. Like, it feels very experimental and very 80s. So, okay. You're alone in your parents' bedroom. There's a shiny silver quarter on the table. We're still a baby. Or a kid, I guess. I'm gonna be dishonest and take the quarter. It is questionable whether a child your age can tell whether something like this is truly right or wrong. So I go ahead and take it, and I get caught, so I'm just going to lie and say nothing. Her suspicion immediately confirmed. She pries out of your hand and reveals a coin. Your knowledge of mine and yours is still rather primitive, but your mother doesn't understand this. She scolds you harshly. Well, man, okay, I think now I'm going to school. It's time to go to bed. I'm going to be tired, and you're going to ignore the request. You're falling asleep even if your dad is talking to you. He carries you to the bedroom. Okay. Let's make him work for it. Dad goes mumbling off and comes back with a drink of water. You sip it rather slowly, keeping one eye on him at all times. You finished it. Why was I keeping an eye on him? I'm going to ask for more water. No, if you have anything else to drink tonight, you'll float away. I'll float away? But I'm thirsty. You can't be thirsty after that. But I am. Dad agrees to get you more water. He comes back with a huge pitcher with wild look in his eyes. He tells you that you have to drink all of it before you go to bed. You take 2 sips and stop. He tells you to drink more. He has outsmarted you. Anything you try after this fails. Good night. What was that? It was like a weird confrontation with your dad about water. Saturday morning, Mom asks you to help with some chores. The Susie Fantastic cartoon hour has just begun. Susie Fantastic. I will be passive, and I will ignore her. I'm not a very good kid. You're too busy watching Susie battle the forces of evil. You're oblivious to all the sights and sounds. Blah, blah, blah. No, it does not work. Of course it doesn't. You are becoming a TV addict at a very young age. Before you know it, you will be staying up late watching old Odd Couple reruns. Oh God, this game is dated. Yes, that's what kids. That's all kids want, is to stay up and watch The Odd Couple. You're in a sandbox playing with your favorite toy. An older girl pulls it away from you and screams, "Mine." Okay, time to fight. We're gonna grab it back. The child seems much stronger than you. She puts 3 fingers in your mouth and tries to push it away. She's holding the toy above your head. Can we bite her? Yeah! Crash! The toy comes right down on your head. Crash again! You are beginning to feel dizzy. You cry out, crash, crash. She finally stops, but your head and face are covered with scratches. Okay, she was hitting me in the face. Girl's mother takes her away before either one of your parents can tell what happened. She's a problem child because she hits other children. She has done this before. You were treated unfairly. Damn straight I was. Time to feed the fish. Pinch a small amount of fish food. There's no sign of Gabriella. I'll be unaffected and I'll do nothing. I guess you're not ready for understand about death. Oh, my fish has died. Okay. Yeah, I was completely unfazed by it. It's a fish. Who cares? Can we skip ahead? Oh, like... Yeah, like, could I do something way up here? You're playing outside on a warm, sunny day. I'll dig a hole in a carefree way. Ouch, you weren't paying attention, and you dug to the point with a shovel right into your finger. Ew. I'll call for nobody. I'm independent. You are too young to take care of a cut like that. Gets infected. Okay, well... Mom and Dad have taken to the family beach. Dad has fallen asleep. The blanket is Mom is body surfing. Okay, I'm bored by this. I'll mix mud. You made an inappropriate response. What? Okay, I'll be creative about it. And so on. The one thing about this game is that, like, there's not too much gameplay to speak of. Like, I could just be answering these questions, randomly. And we would be getting about the same amount out of this. I feel like we've seen a lot of this childhood stuff. What I'm really curious about is what happens in adolescence. That's when kids can be bad. That's when they can, like, behave recklessly. Apparently you can drink in this game. It deals with sex. If you deal with things wrong, your character can commit suicide. You can even be molested by a child molester in this game. That's freaking dark, and I don't know of any other game that, like, has that amount of, like, realism. Like, if you make bad choices, a child molester can get you. I don't know. I say let's go ahead and jump ahead. Let's jump ahead to being an adolescent and check out that as the remaining part of this Let's Play. We won't get to be playing as a boy. Actually, you know what? Let's switch gears. Let's play as a boy. We'll play as a boy in the adolescence and see what it's all about. Before we go, though, so my name was Gaming Jayette. I was 2 years old, 2 years and 8 months old. I had no occupation, surprise, surprise, and I was unattached. And I was pretty intellectual, not very physical. I was very social, and the rest was kind of neutral. And there are my other ratings, in case you're wondering. I have $1,000 apparently. I guess it's from my great aunt, and I have no debt. Just to differentiate myself this time around, will be called the Dude. I'm going to let the computer select my personality, and we are going to start at Adolescence. Welcome to Adolescence. He was a bold man that first eat an oyster. Wait, he was a bold man that first eat an oyster. First ate an oyster? I don't understand. Oh, look at that. Look at this. We have all these different options now. Look, we have high school. None of these experiences that you can do right now. Please try again later. What is this? Ooh, select an action. Oh, we can go on a date and have an experience. Let's go on a date, man. Let's do it. I'm sorry, but you don't presently have a relationship. Oh, man. What is this? Your first rock concert. Sweet. Let's continue that. Midway through the concert, someone passes you a joint and tells you it's okay to take some. Now we're getting to the action, guys. I'm going to continue. I'm going to see what it's like being a bad boy. I've renamed myself the Dude, and the dude partakes. The dude partakes. After you smoke a little, he offers to sell you some. Sure. You were busted by the police on the way out of the concert. You were taken to the police station where you call your parents to come pick you up. Familial sphere and trustworthiness decreases. Oh man, what is this? You were too young to take the responsibilities of a job. Okay. All right. Well, let's see what happens here. Tonight is Halloween. Some of your more fun-loving friends are going door to door. Some of your more mischievous friends going out to play pranks. We're totally being mischievous, and we're totally going to play some pranks. Loaded with eggs and shaving cream. We're a bad kid, man. We got busted for smoking weed at a concert. We're going out on Halloween, just egging houses. What a bunch of sissies. We're going to leave them alone. We're not going to harass other kids. That's not what this night is about. Perhaps you would have had a better time with them. Okay. Well, if my choices were to egg some other kids and be a bully or not, I'm not about that. You're in one of your ultra cool moods. While cruising through the house, you bump your foot on a piece of furniture and you let a swear word sneak out. Your mother calls you in from the other room. She says, "Did you just say what I thought you said?" I'm going to be truthful. I'm going to be too cool, though, to care. And I'll be cool, but I'm going to apologize. You've made an inappropriate response. Aw, man. Okay, fine. Wisely, you drop the cool act and important to be cool temper. Intellectual sphere increases sharply. That's right, I'm smart, baby. There goes Andrea Weiner. Jeremy has said that she likes guys who are rough and tough. She's looking over at you and smiling. Oh, yeah, she is. I'm going to be rough and tough. And I'm going to smile back and tend to my business. I'm going to smile back and tend to my business. Oh, okay. I guess I have to walk up to her. Fine. How do I have a gut? I don't know. You are not dominated by your physical characteristics, so this is a difficult role for you to play. She senses that you are not acting like yourself and becomes aloof. Oh, God. We screwed it up. Okay, we need a girl. Man. Here we go. Christina Farber got a little wild playing spin the bottle at a friend's house yesterday. Oh, yeah. As a result, your neck looks like it was stung by a pack of wild hornets. Yeah, we're getting action. As you walk out of the bathroom, Dad inquires about your curious-looking marks. I'll give him a crafty truth. The crafty truth. I hate how you can't mix and match all options. I'll give a crafty excuse. You must really think your dad was born yesterday. I can't get away with anything. I'm sucking at this. His friends used to call him Dracumouth. What? Wait. When he was your age, his friends used to call him Dracumouth, meaning he was giving hickeys to people? Isn't it the girls who are supposed to give the hickeys? Whatever excuse you think makes him feel blah, blah, blah. An argument ensues. Lecture about the potential dangers of the dreaded hickey. What? Hickeys are dangerous? I don't know. Okay, we gotta look at all these social things we have going on. I love it. Something good has to happen. Ooh, contains mature subject matter of a sexual nature. Guys, I hope you're buckling your seatbelts because we're going in. 5 of your friends have decided to chip in and buy 1 box of condoms between the 6 of you. You are elected to make the purchase. I'll just be calm and I'm just going to buy the condoms. You walk into the drugstore and notice a pretty teenage girl taking care of customers for the druggist. You place your order. You can open the box, take out a condom, and place one on the desk saying, "Here's one. I'm leaving for you as a tip." I'm just going to walk out of the store confidently. Would this ever work? Would that ever successfully get a girl interested in you? I do not think so. You're probably the type of person to call people real character. You may not have any reason to use them, but none of your friends will ever know that. You distribute them to your friends who put them in their wallets. Every couple of days, friend asks, did you use yours yet? You probably don't tell them a thing except you just use your imagination. You are cool. Okay, the game just told me I'm cool. We're making progress. Maybe we can get a girlfriend now. Your friend, I mean, we've gotten hickeys. Who is that girl who gave us all the hickeys? Let's just go out with her. Your friends all go to the shore for a beach party. It's late at night. One of your friends has a suggestion. He says, let's go skinny dipping. By the way, before we go on with this scenario here, that previous one about buying condoms, that was like contained sexual content. It was literally just, I bought a box of condoms. Like maybe I made the wrong choice. Maybe if I had given that girl a condom, oh man, maybe I could have like done her right there in the pharmacy and like I totally missed the opportunity. So it only has sexual content if you make the right decisions, I guess. Anyway, skinny dipping, sure, but I'm going to wait for everyone else to take their clothes off. That's really uninhibited. All right, all of the uninhibited people are already in the water. You've barely moved any of your socks. Are you sure you really want to go through with this? Are they guys and girls or just guys? Because if it's just guys, the answer is no, but I'm assuming there's a girl there. At least one. Jump into the water. After a while, you begin to get cold. Unfortunately, when you decide to come back out, you realize that everyone else has already left the water. As a matter of fact, they're all dried off and dressed again. When you emerge, all the eyes are on all of your various attributes. I hope I'm well hung. What even happened there? Did I just go skinny dipping with dudes? Was I tricked into a sausage fest? You are on the school bus, the class field trip, getting cozy with your newest girlfriend. I have a girlfriend? Let's be amorous but discreet, and let's have a little bit of a makeout sesh. You call that discreet? Of course, teenagers. It's like how they've abbreviated. It's like teenagers. Isn't it just one word these days? Like to be recognized slobbering all over each other in public. It is a way of marking the territory, so no one of interest. Right. Unfortunately, you don't have social skills required to get away with this kind of behavior. Everyone thinks of you as an insensitive cad. Oh no, I'm an insensitive cad. Let's go on a date. Wait, can I meet someone? Yeah, let's meet someone. Where would you like to meet this person? Yes. Let's see. Let's meet them in school. I feel like in high school, that's where you met your girlfriend or boyfriend. Who would you like to meet? Ooh, look at all these girls to pick from. This is hilarious. What does review mean? I don't know. Let's go with Anne. I once dated a girl named Anne. She was a lovely girl. You have chosen to meet Anne. Her characteristics may be described as follows. She is moderately trustworthy. Oh my, that's a problem for us. Very gentle, moderately calm, moderately happy, very confident, and very attractive. Ooh, I like that. You choose what you believe to be an appropriate time and place to ask for a date. You ask for a date, and Anne accepts. Yeah! We now have a date. Time to go on the date. Go on the date. Become engaged. Yeah. All right, let's go on a date with Anne. You're getting ready for a big date with Anne. How nervous are you about it? Not very nervous at all. I'm a cool kind of cat. As you run your hands across your face while washing, you notice a sensitive bump right centered in your forehead. Oh my god, a pimple. There's nothing we can do. If we try and squeeze it, it's just going to make a mess. We're just going to leave it alone. It's really bothering you, and it looks like it's coming to a head. All right, squeeze it carefully. Everyone knows you can't squeeze a pimple carefully. What? I said leave it alone. Oh my god, you get a big red mark on your face, kind of a third eye. You become preoccupied with it. Ruins your date with Anne. No. Can we do it again? Even though your mother knows you are currently dating someone, you candidly ask if you've ever considered dating her friend's daughter, Gina. What do you think of this suggestion? Let's ask her what Gina looks like. Anne was described as very attractive, so why would I leave Anne? Mom says she's petite, has a very pretty smile, also a lovely personality. Okay, if anyone describes someone as having a lovely personality, it's not a good sign. I guess it was personality thing that killed it. Yep. Okay. Go on a date. Anne has spent the afternoon with her parents, visiting her friends of the family. When you see Anne, she can't stop talking about John, their son. When Anne and John were younger, everyone joked about how nice it would be if they were married. Isn't that cute? Anyway, Anne goes on to tell you that John grew up to be an absolute hunk, with the cutest set of dimples on his cheeks. After she finishes her detailed description, she squeals, "He looked just like one of those calendar models. I could have died." Calendar models? Okay. How do you feel about all of this? Now, the thing is, chicks don't like jealous guys. That's number one. But you also don't want to be a doormat. So we gotta toe the line here, guys. We gotta make our decision wisely here. No problem is a problem. A bit threatened is also a problem. And insanely jealous is not the right choice. I'm gonna say fine, even though that would not be my reaction. I wouldn't be completely fine with this, but I'm gonna go with fine, because the point is, if we get mad at her, we're just gonna drive her to that jerk John. So let's see what happens. Do you wouldn't mind if good old John went ahead and took Anne to dinner one night, just as friends, would you? We're going to have to say no. I wouldn't mind. That's so nice of you. Anne just made a date with him for this Saturday. Oh my, where's that going to go? I think Anne's going to leave us, guys. Let's see. You know what? Okay, we've totally given up, by the way. We've totally given up on playing through that hierarchy of choices. I'm all invested. I'm all in on this relationship thing. We're going to see where this goes. Okay, here's what you do when your girl starts going out with some other guy. Is you meet someone. This is definitely not going to blow up in our face. Where would you like to meet this person? We're going to meet them outside of school. If we meet them in school, Anne will know that person. But if we meet them outside of school, she won't. What we want is her to not know anything about this. We're being very conniving here, by the way, guys. But what we want is her to not know anything about this person so that they're more of a threat, right? If they're in school, she knows who they are. It's not as big of a threat. We're going to meet someone away from school. And we're going to tell Anne about this person after we meet her. So let's see. Who are the choices? Oh, Anne is in this list. Let's go with, I feel like Marion. I like the sound of that. You have selected Marion. Her characteristics may be described as follows. She's very trustworthy, very gentle. Oh yeah, Anne was only somewhat trustworthy. This is the problem. Very gentle, very calm, not very happy, moderately confident, and moderately attractive. All right, taking a step down here on this one, but let's hopefully this makes Anne jealous. Okay. You meet Anne while away for the summer. You choose what you believe to be an appropriate time and place to ask for a date. This person is not interested in a date with you right now. Oh my god. We got shot down by our, safety choice. Okay, let's meet someone away, and then let's go ahead. Let's meet Betsy. Okay, let's see what Betsy is. Not very gentle, moderately calm, very happy, moderately confident, not very attractive. Oh... No, this is not going to make Anne jealous. She's not interested, though. Okay, that's okay. Let's meet someone. Review. Okay. Side to school. Great. I wish we had some information on these girls. Let's go with Marcia. Marcia's not very attractive, not very gentle, not very happy. Oh, God. And she's not interested in us right now. Okay. Is this plan of mine even gonna work? I thought it was genius, but it doesn't seem like it's working. Cindy. Cindy's not very attractive, and she accepts a date with us. Whoop-de-doo! Okay, go on a date. There's a new guy in school. His name is Chet Clark. He's built like a linebacker, has handsome, rugged good looks. 2 weeks after he arrives at school, he has made every major sports team. Chet asks Cindy for a date. How do you feel about this? You go for it, my friend. I had a good thing going with Anne. I think I've messed it up. I just figured that Cindy is going to fool around. That's her problem. As it turns out, she remains faithful to you. Oh no, Cindy! You could have gone! I'm actually with Anne. I'm actually with Anne. Damn it. Let's go back to Anne, see if she'll take us back. She's very attractive. And she's not interested. God damn it. We screwed it up! It did blow up in our face. Now we're with Cindy, who, despite all her other traits, is very not attractive, and we had Anne. Anne's probably off with John now. I don't know what to do. We need to meet someone new, desperately. Let's meet someone near home. Louise. No, let's go with Ruth. Ruth is not very attractive. She accepts. Oh my god. This is getting worse and worse. Okay, how about Louise? Or no, Henrietta. Henrietta's very attractive. Okay, she's not trustworthy. Oh, she's going to cheat on us hardcore. She's very gentle, is moderately calm, very happy, very confident. And she accepts a date. Yes, okay. We're just like bouncing around relationships. How did we get here? I feel like we went from like we were a baby in a crib, like worrying about taking a quarter from our mom, to like now we're in high school, like desperately trying to get back Anne, who left us for some dude, and we ended up with like an unattractive girl who like stayed with us despite the fact we told her to go with the football guy. Now we're like desperately trying to bounce around relationships. This is not the life that we plan to lead, guys. Not the life we plan to lead. Let's go on a date and just see how it goes. No one at home except you and Henrietta. Oh yeah, you were necking with her, locked in a passionate horizontal embrace on their couch. Suddenly you hear a faint click. Someone's coming in. Pretend you're sleeping. That's such a Troy and Abed response. Say that you and Henrietta were rehearsing scenes. Continue what... Just make out through it. Just don't even stop. No need to make excuses for true love, eh, Romeo? As it turns out, the sound was just an outside noise anyway. Oh yeah, no matter. The only thing that could have disturbed you two was a major earthquake. And that might even have made things a bit more interesting. Yeah, we successfully made out through an outside noise. That's what happened in that scene. Let's try and go steady. You and Henrietta make a handsome couple. So we're going steady now? Sweet. Okay, let's try one more date here. While having a soda at Henrietta's house, the phone rings. She picks it up and looks around the room nervously. She walks out of the room. I told you not to call me at home. She puts the phone back down. You ask her. She says no one. Her eyes dart around the room. How do you feel about this? I feel suspicious. Will you keep pressing her for the information until she finally tells you who was calling? I'm going to say no. She never mentions it again. Okay, I just said no because I wanted to bring it up later. Hold on, we need one more date here. Just had a romantic date. Treated her well all evening, movies, bite to eat, the works. Now you're feeling romantic. But for some strange reason, Henrietta only wants to engage in idle chit-chat. Every time you try to kiss her, she turns her face away and let's just talk. How do you feel? Frustrated. Well, what do you do? Express your frustration. That's a little ambiguous. Let's go with that. Expressing your frustration keeps you from acting on your feelings in inappropriate ways. Still, she doesn't feel like doing anything. Talking about your feelings doesn't always change the things. Okay. We ain't getting anywhere with Henrietta, guys. I think she's cheating on us. All right, let's just try a few more of these scenarios, and then we'll probably have to start wrapping up here. You're still much too young to buy liquor, but your friends want to get wasted tonight. They plan on waiting outside of a liquor store and asking customers to buy booze. Okay. I'm going to be interested in that, and I will join them. Almost everyone refuses to make the purchase for you, eventually give up and find something else to do. Okay, so, well, I guess mission failed, but I went along with the cool kids, and that's what matters in life, right, guys? You have just mustered up the courage to ask Faith Morgan, voted the hottest bod of the century by fellow classmates. That's, what? Who voted on that? The teachers allowed you to vote on that? What kind of school is this? Out on a date. She looks you up and down, rolls her eyes, and says, be real. I'm going to be unflappable, and I'm going to say something to her. You have made an inappropriate response. What? Okay, I don't want to walk away. I'm unflappable. Give her an universally understood finger signal. But I want to, like, be cool and, like, seduce her by my coolness. I guess this is just flipping her off. How about walk away? Your guts may be turning outside. You stay cool, calm, collected. You are confident, but rejection is hard to take. Okay. You'll probably meet someone who can precipitate or appreciate the feelings Are these things in you? Blah, blah, blah. Now's your chance. Remember the hottest bod. Wait. You'll probably meet someone who can appreciate these things in you. When you do, Faith becomes interested in you and tries to steal you away. Interesting. So, somehow, between me being rejected by her and some ambiguous amount of time later, I'm seeing someone. What happened to Henrietta in this? I have no idea. She's just gone. Same with Anne. Like, they're long forgotten now. I'm like a player in this school. It's crazy. Now I have a choice of flying into her arms or resisting her. See, the interesting thing about somebody who doesn't want you when they can have you is that if you go to them when they do want you, they're not going to want you anymore. So you have to play it coy. Now this is definitely not going to blow up in our faces, so we're going to resist her and see what happens. Good choice. This girl's only interested in guys she can't have. Yeah. If we had gone for her, she would have totally dropped us like a sack of potatoes. Guys, I feel like this video is kind of going on for a bit, so I definitely need to wrap this up, but I have been having a surprising amount of fun with this game. So when this game first started, I thought it sounded like a really cool concept of playing through these little decisions that you have to make. And when we first started, we were playing as a baby, and honestly, to be completely honest with you, the baby part of this game bored me. I wasn't very interested in it. And I thought, well, I'll skip years, do a bit of Adolescence, and, probably wrap it up really quickly. I think I've been playing the Adolescence part way longer than I thought I would be, because it's just been so interesting. These, little scenarios of, ooh, a girl's interested in you, and you can try this, and, how do you react to this? And maybe she's cheating on you, and this is, I kind of want to keep going here. I kind of want to keep going. This is crazy, but this game has really sold me just on its inherent concept. So, this is in the book, the 1001 Games You Must Play Before You Die, the book that I'm playing through for my series. And, in response to that question, is this a game you must play before you die? I don't think this is a must play. I'll be fair and I'll say, although it is like a predecessor to things like The Sims and other simulation games that came before, it's not really an RPG. It's more of a simulator, but I don't think it's a must play. You could exist perfectly happily as a gamer never playing this, but definitely this game has surprised me with how much I've kind of enjoyed the little scenarios here. So I am going to personally rank this as sort of a recommendation. I think this is a game you might want to try. I think I'll rate it as a probably or definitely sort of on my website. But, it's not a must play, but definitely I think this is a very creative, very inventive game. People have spent the last couple decades perfecting things like physics engines, combat systems, graphics, but nobody's really perfected procedurally generated storytelling or this type of choose your own adventure style of game. This is so unique. I really love it. And I wish there were more modern games kind of like this that did some more sophisticated things with this idea. So yeah, Jay enjoys this game. I hope you guys enjoyed watching it. And if you're curious, definitely go out and try it. And you can play as both a boy and a girl. And I recommend skipping past the baby stages. Maybe start as an adolescent. I mean, as a young adult, you have to get a job and stuff. And eventually you have kids. And you can become an old man in this or an old woman. It's a very cool game that lets you just simulate a life. And yeah, all in all, color me impressed. Hopefully it was interesting for you to watch and watch me bumble through Adolescence. I mean, this was essentially what it was like for me when I was actually an adolescent. I was no more successful than you're seeing right here. So you can imagine how awkward it was during those years. But anyway, guys, whatever you think of this game, hopefully you've enjoyed hanging out with me and checking it out. If you have, go ahead, give this video a like, subscribe to the channel. I will be back in a couple days with a new video and a new game, and you don't want to miss out on that. So until next time, my friends, if you find yourself trapped in the body of a high schooler, good luck with high school girls, because they are still a mystery to me, as it turns out. And otherwise, take care of yourselves. Until next time, my friends, peace. Well, like this scenario. You and your friends are going to a movie. Your best friend and his date pick you up. Let's see. The three of you meeting everyone else there, including your own date at the theater. The doorbell rings, and you are greeted by a dark-haired beauty with sparkling eyes and a devastating figure. She smiles at you and tells you her name is Cheryl. Your friend is waiting in the car because he isn't feeling very well. In the car and at the movies, you and Cheryl make small talk. After all, your best friend isn't feeling up to par. You wouldn't want Cheryl to have a lousy time and resent him. Besides, your date seems to be engrossed in the movie. She doesn't seem to mind either. Midway through the movie, your friend pulls you aside and asks if you wouldn't mind taking Cheryl home. Oh my God, it's happening. He knows she is enjoying the movie and is feeling too ill to stay. Oh no. Don't do this to me. Don't put me in a situation where I can cheat on my best friend with his girlfriend. Oh, I want it so bad. Okay, select a mood. I'll be compassionate, and I will take Cheryl home. And, okay, for the record, in real life, I would never do this. But it's a freaking game, so of course we're putting the moves on Cheryl. It's going to end badly for this kid, but it's not me. It's the kid in the game. So of course we're going to make a move on her. Let's see. I'll take my date home first. With you and Cheryl alone in the car, Cheryl mentions what a great friend you must be and thanks you for being so considerate all the way around. She invites you inside her house for a few minutes. We're definitely going inside. Cheryl gets you a cold drink. I feel like Archer right now. And you sit down next to you on the couch. She jokes that she feels as if you were her date for tonight. After all, you took such good care of her. She thanks you again and kisses you on the cheek. After she kisses you, she keeps her face close to yours. She looks at you for a long second and begins to bring her lips close to yours. Oh, we're going for it. We're going full Archer style. John H. Benjamin would go for it. One kiss leads to another, and you completely taken in by Cheryl's advances and leaves you exhausted. Will you ever mention this incident to your date or your friend? No. Oh, and that's it. We got away with it. Huzzah!